Oh, hi everyone. I hope you're all well. Please look after yourself in these trying times. Yes, the market is down quite a bit. There's certainly blood in the streets, and it's a bit of my blood as well, I have to say. I hope you're all well. Please be kind to yourself, your family, your friends, and your animals, because life is short. And even if we are losing money, it's not the end of the world. Um, yes, so yes, the markets look pretty bad at the moment, and I thought I'd just do some technicals. But a quote from a guy that I keep an eye on in TradingView, who I think is a really, really good trader, is a guy called Goldbug1. And he basically, he said, yes, this market has gone lower than I thought it would. And certainly it's gone certainly lower than I thought it would as well. Excuse me, markets always on the way down seem to go a lot lower than you'd ever imagine. But one thing, he did say, and I really believe in this wholeheartedly, is certainly with this new digital technology, it is a new era. Banks and governments and the like, can't legislate this stuff out of existence for too long, because this new technology, which it is, digital technology, which has the capacity to settle instantly like Ripple, or to gather information instantly and send it to people instantly, with databases like storage and, all the different, like medical chain and, Neuromation and those, sort of cryptos and a lot more others. This stuff was as big as the internet when they came out in 1992. It is a huge, as this guy Goldbug said, Goldbug1, it's a huge paradigm shift, which is basically a model shift, a new digital era, which will change, world economies forever and world financial markets forever. And as I said, it is because of the internet in 1992. I was working in 1992 when the internet came out. We all thought it was just, crap technology. No one knew how to use it. We got it in the financial markets before anyone else. And, it took 5 years for the internet to take off. But now with the internet, we have this new digital, cryptocurrency age. And honestly, if legislators understand it well enough, this will change, the process of the economic activity forever. And, it is a direct threat to the capitalist system, really, in some ways, because it means the big banks don't make the sort of income that they used to make if the digital economy, comes in, because they just take, they just charge and charge and charge, whether it be for foreign currency, lending transactions, whether it be for bond transactions, whether it be for equity transactions. They charge from both sides of the balance sheet. And I'll give an example of that. Australia has 4 banks, and of those 4 banks, there's 23 million population in Australia. Of the 4 banks, the 4 major banks, ANZ, Westpac, CBA and NAB, they make $15 billion a year. Not million, 15 billion. The 4 major banks here in Australia are the most wealthiest banks in the world, and they make an absolute fortune. And you've got to ask yourself, how are they, sorry, that's just my housemate, how are they able to make huge money like that, 15 billion, when we've only got a population of 23 million? And the bottom line is they just rape and pillage with all the fees and charges, and they hold on to your money for 3 to 5 days. When you've got to pay someone, it goes out of your bank account and it hasn't hit theirs for 3 or 5 days. There's no instant settlement if you ever want to do a transaction overseas. For foreign currency, they take 300 basis points out of you and the like. So this is why the major banks here are the most profitable banks in the world, and basically they can just take out anything they want, essentially, because they have a monopoly. Like Goldbug said, this is a new paradigm, and honestly, it's not going to go away. You can't put it under the carpet. This is absolute innovation, new technology, which will literally change the way that we do business and the way we work. And yes, there's all these different hearings and regulatory stuff, but, in my mind, you can't regulate the crypto market out of existence, because this is technology that is new and it will not go away. So, yes, it's been, crushing day in markets, and this is where we really, really need to hold our nerve. Everything's down. and it's certainly very unnerving, particularly if you're holding, you know, investment portfolios or trading portfolios, and you might be on margin as well, which doesn't help. Margin is what killed stock markets, certainly in 2008 and 87, and I was in both those markets, and certainly I suspect there's some margin in this market too on the crypto side of things. But in these sort of markets, you've just got to really hold your nerve, and if you can hold your position, you know, try to, and basically, you know, don't look at selling at the bottom. You know, take a step back. You know, markets do come down quite dramatically, but they also go up quite dramatically. You know, in 3 to 6 months' time, you know, when all the dust is settled, you know, the crypto market right now, I believe, for me, is a great buying opportunity for me. Obviously, you guys would do your own due diligence and your own, in terms of your own financial assessment and financial, this is not financial advice, but in terms of your own financials. But in my mind, this market for me is a fantastic buy, and I might, you know, yes, it might go down another 20%, but then, you know, the regulators are not going to get rid of the technology. You know, they're trying to maintain the capitalist system, the status quo, because it's, you know, it's profitable for them as it exists at the moment with the old SWIFT system and everything else. But you can't get rid of technology, which is absolutely dynamic and can change the world, and that's what the crypto technology, you know, particular cryptos is doing. So that's my view, and I tend to agree with Goldbug one. So you do need to hold your nerve, but buy markets when they're down. Try, you know, don't sell. This is a severe correction. You know, 6 months time it will be. I think it'll be high. That's my belief. This technology is not going to go away. It's completely innovative. The status quo can't be kept, you know, because we do have this innovative technology that can basically change the world, and you can't legislate, you know, against technology for the medium term. It's just crazy, or the long term. And look, you know, otherwise the technology goes underground, and there will be a revolution of some time. So I thought I'd look at the technicals as well. So just bear with me. I'll get the technicals up as well. Hi, back again. Just looking at this market, Bitcoin USD, and just looking at this market, Bitcoin USD, I'm looking at the daily, and honestly, it looks really, really bad. Volume's actually rising, which is not a great sign. We've still its massive parabolic sell, and this thing looks like it can get to, you know, 4146.50. There's just no consolidation in this thing, and it looks seriously bad. Everything's red. I wouldn't get along this. It just looks terrible. Looking at the weekly, it looks like it can probably get down to something like 3142. So it's not a great story at all, I have to say. Everything's crossed and everything's moving down. So this thing looks terrible, actually. Let's have a look at Ethereum. I think everything's going to be literally the same, to be honest. There's been no consolidation here. Ethereum on the weekly, 524.37. On the daily, you'd be looking at daily is 372.92, so it looks pretty bad. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I think everything is going to look the same. Litecoin down to 97. Actually, that doesn't look as bad as the other charts, the two others, Ethereum and Bitcoin. So that doesn't look too bad. I'm just going to go for the daily on these things because it looks pretty crappy, I have to say. Ripple's broken through, just about breaking through 59.62 cents. If it breaks through that level, next level, I'm sorry to say, is going to be 23 cents, which I'd hate to see it getting down there. It means I'm going to lose a lot of money, like everyone else in this business. So looks like it's heading down to about 53 cents at the moment. Let's check out Dash US. Dash US on the 4 hourly, 377.517 is the level support. On the daily, looks like it's broken the daily support at 420. It looks like the next level is 137.28. Golly, I don't think I can look at any more of this. I think I'll let this go. I don't think I want to look at any more of this. This is quite depressing. On Monaro, the daily, it's broken 162512, and if you believe these pivot points, which the professionals use, the next level is 100.221. So look, the market hasn't consolidated. I'm not going to look at it anymore. It's too depressing, and we just have to see. But I think it's probably a little bit early to be buying. It just looks yeah, it looks like it's not consolidating at all. But the key is to really hold your nerve, and you know, if you're buying and you've got the cash, just put it in the bottom drawer and forget about it for a while, because it does look like there could be a little bit more downside. But look, you know, even in saying that, I'd be buying it not on margin, but buying just as an investment, because I do think the bigger picture is going to be up eventually. But short term, it still looks quite negative technically. Anyway, thank you. I hope this helps, guys. Please be kind to yourselves. Please look after yourselves. Yes, it's very trying at the moment. These markets are incredibly trying, and we just have to maintain our heads. Thank you. Cheers for now. Bye for now. Look after yourselves.